Hello, hi guys, welcome to the Zero Cut channel. This is Norton, and today I'll be talking about the importance of having handcrafted objects in the decoration of your home. So I'm very into interior design, architecture, and so on, and I give a lot of importance to have objects that are not, mass produced, that are handcrafted, and things that when you look at them, they already give you a feeling that it's something premium, that you see like different textures. You see, it's easy when people look at things that are not, cheap, made by plastic, mass produced in a way that I don't know, it's something hard to explain, but it's easy to notice. For example, I have this one that I like a lot. It's the Plague Doctor, Medico della Peste in Italian, that it's a very popular mask during the Carnival in Venice. And when I went to Venice in Italy, Venezia, I've bought this one there. I will give the credits for the place. It's Atelier Marega Sas Venezia, and it says handmade in Italy, blah blah blah. And that's at least in my opinion. You tell me if I'm crazy, but at least in my opinion, this one looks awesome. It's something that it's clearly handcrafted. Nobody would see that and think that it was like, mass produced, that it was being that I've bought in Amazon, for example. No, definitely not. And it adds a lot of it elevates the design of my home, and I really like that. And I think that the main reason that I like this kind of things is that when you know that someone made that, spent time doing that, it has an aggregated value that is higher than you think, when you think that a machine was doing that. I don't know, the feeling is different, and I think people easily recognize that when they look at those things. Another one that I've bought, this one. This one, I wasn't in the country that it was produced. I've bought like second-hand, and the person told me that the one selling was like collecting swords, daggers, and so on. This one is probably from Turkey. If you know, place a comment there telling me if it's not from Turkey, but I really bought just because I think it looks super cool, It doesn't have a meaning for me. I don't like swords, neither daggers, things like that, but I just bought because I think it looks super cool, and it has a different energy, let's say like that. People seeing that, it always catches their attention when they are visiting me, and it's something that is also very, very clear that it's something more premium, not mass produced, that an artisan probably did that, and so on. So even without a meaning, I like that. And that's something important to talk, that I have the feeling that there are some people that they just buy things that are meaningful for them, or that they have a that is useful, let's say like that. And I will never be doing something with this sword here. It is not useful. It is purely for home decoration. So that's something that I think you should take out of your mind if you think like that everything should be useful, that I'm not like storing things at home that doesn't have a meaning, that I cannot use to accomplish a specific goal. I don't know. I think that it's totally fine to have these kind of things. And more than that, I think specifically these ones that are not useful, that they are just there to elevate the design of your home, that are the best ones for decoration. Because, for example, if you have a pendant, a lamp that looks super cool with a good design, well, maybe you just, like people can think that, okay, you've bought one because you needed one, and you chose a pretty one that is nice, okay. But when but it's useful, right? It provides light. But when you specifically buy something that there is no use for that, it's a clear indicator that you have that there because you think it's cool, and you care about how your home looks and so on. So that's a good catch that I always think about, and I always consider when I see things that they look good, even if they are not useful, I'm okay buying them. And I don't have this thing of thinking like, oh, but what if someone asks me why I have that, and there is no meaning for that, so what would I say? Well, tell the truth. Like, say that I don't know, you think it looks cool, and maybe it's a reason to start a conversation about planning to go in a trip in Turkey, right? So I think that sometimes we should, like, how can I say that? That's complex. I think we should stop to care too much about like what we are putting inside the home, and if it has a meaning or not, because by the simple fact that if it's cool, if you think that the place that you are living in with that object will make you feel better, why not, right? Why not? And there is the last thing that I wanted to share with you is something that is really important about interior design that I took some time to learn. That is, the different textures are very important to, compose an environment that you feel good there. You cannot live in a place that everything is made by metal, neither iron, neither, everything is plastic. It gives a weird feeling. You need these, like mixtures of having a little bit of fabric, a little bit of metal, a little bit of plastic, a little bit of anything, like all these things that we have in nature. If we manage to mix them and balance them, that's what adds value, that elevates the design of the place. And what is good about handcrafted things is that they usually are made of different materials. When something is mass produced, they usually try to target to have a single material on that, because they don't want multiple machines with multiple materials being handled by the machine and so on. So the things that are handcrafted, they usually have different materials, because for the people that is making that, it's not complex to operate with different things at the same time like it would be for a machine. So that's why I like as well the handcrafted things, because it's like when it was made, the complexity of the development of that wasn't taken into consideration just money. The artisan could be using different things that he or she had access without paying attention a lot, like mass producers of objects would be paying attention, like, oh, is the plastic the cheapest one that we can buy? Is the process to build this object that we are doing the cheapest one that we can do, so we can get more profit from that, and so on. So these are the main things that I take into consideration, and that always proves that the handcrafted things are awesome because of that. I hope you can take some insights from this video and that you learned something. Share with me what are the objects that you have at home that you like the most. And yeah, I think that's it for today, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.